everyone, how's it going? Live with Carrie. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Coffee with Carrie, where we do this every Friday at 9:05 a.m. And I always like to remind you about our book with my identical twin sister, Dr. Mina Blazey, Noise to Navigation: How We Move from Confusion to Confidence with AI, Generative AI. So grab your coffee. This is going to be a good one. Grab your notebook. You know the drill. It doesn't matter where you're watching from, if you are on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, if you are on Instagram. Thank you for joining me. Invite a friend and let me know where you are watching from. So click that share button. If you're on TikTok, I really, really appreciate all the hearts. If you're on Instagram, I appreciate the hearts. Same thing for YouTube. I'm still trying to navigate how to do all of these, and I don't have my glasses on. That part. So again, good morning. How's it going? How's the world of real estate? Hold up. How's the world of real estate? Today I really want to talk to you about social media marketing. So 2026, lead generation, what's changed in the world of social media? And we really could say all marketing, but I just taught a class on this is what happens when. So you got to forgive me. So this is what happens when, you had a cold and it feels like it's never going away. But anyway, so sorry about that. So I just taught a class on AI. I taught another class on Instagram, and Instagram has totally changed. So, and I can also tell you that folks are coming back to class. So again, we're going to have this conversation around marketing. We're going to talk really focusing on social media. So grab your notebook, and I'm already hot. So we're going to take this off. Tell me, how's real estate going? How's real estate going? How's marketing going? How's social media marketing going? Uh, let me increase the font size over here on Evernote. So good morning. Yes, Instagram has me looking for a YouTube tutorial. I think, Cayenne. I was just telling Mark this morning that I want to do an Instagram class on the not I'm not sure about the 22nd, but either the 22nd or the 23rd, and then the 29th, like do a two-part series. So for those of you that join me in the membership, no cost. But I think I should do like just an overview because Instagram, it has totally changed. I had to literally rewrite my course that I taught at Main Street Realtors on Wednesday. I did it the Sunday before. I think Mary over at Main Street wanted to shake me because she was like, Carrie, I'm like, I gotta update it because everything changed. So here we go. You ready? Grab your notebook. I got my coffee. I'm gonna record because I also make this a blog post. Here we go. So again, thank you everyone for joining me for another episode of Coffee with Carrie, typically every Friday at 9:05 a.m. Invite a friend, tell me where you're watching from. Let's have a conversation around lead generation when it comes to social media. I'll give you my lead generation tips as well. But let's talk about what's changed. Here we go. So Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube. So much has changed over the years. And I've been using social media probably around 2008 or 9. There was something called NING. Do you remember? Do you remember what that was? And but here's what we know. Inventory remains low in many cities. Where I live, inventory is low, but inventory is also up in many cities. So in Kissimmee, Florida, it's a buyer's market. And here I'm trying to figure out my lighting over here on TikTok. So agents are making a living using social media marketing. However, the ramp up for relationships is back, even if you're using social media marketing. So even I was challenged to go back to building relationships when it comes to even social media marketing and in person. Now, when I talk about inventory being low and high in some areas. I was recently interviewed with two other agents, somebody in Minnesota, someone in South Florida. And the agent in South Florida said inventory is low because people have money and they're buying cash over $1 million. I was like, let me get my life together. So again, every market is still different. So it's not a buyer's market yet everywhere, but a super buyer's market in Kissimmee, Florida. So here we go. I got a few bullet points. So write quickly or come back to smartgirlmedia.com so you can look at the blog post or listen to the podcast. So number one, and thank you for the hearts over on TikTok. Number one, agents that aren't afraid to create social media content are winning. So I am watching, and I could give you a list of real estate agents because I've looked at their numbers that are making money. And I'd have to call them to talk to them if they're making money from Instagram. But the agents that I have been watching, one went from a few thousand followers to 50,000 followers and closed 70 deals last year or in 2025. So, number two, educational content matters and it's got to be you. Educational content matters and it's got to be you. Number three, and I'll come back to that one. Create content when it happens. Create content when it happens. Now, let me give you an example. We posted a video with Mark when we were in Orlando, Florida, at a market. What do they call it? Market, Mary Markets or something like that. And there was a food truck that had a grilled cheese, cornbread grilled cheese sandwich. I'm moving my camera because I feel like I'm really bright over here. So grilled cheese, cornbread grilled cheese. Now, if some of you might go, really? Let me tell you, it was the best grilled cheese sandwich ever. So then we posted it because we're testing the market. I have another Instagram page because I'm helping Mark build up his social media marketing. And so we're testing a new page. So 2026, I'm going to be really consistent on this page. And then once it blows up, I'll let you know. But you could probably find it because I'm tagged in some of my posts on my feed. So we posted this video and we got 180 new followers overnight. 180 overnight because of this grilled cheese sandwich. People want to see it in the moment. Now, do you have to post in real time? No, because nobody knows that you're not there at the moment. But what they do know is that they want to see what's happening with you. I know you're probably like, "Oh, Carrie, really?" Yes. So people want to know what's happening now. So even if it was yesterday or a week ago, it's still okay to post that content. Number four, nobody cares about your listings. Okay, not true. Your sellers care about the listing. You have to market the listing. Your You do still need to market your listings, but when I say nobody cares about your listings, the public doesn't care because they're not looking for that house. So when I say no one cares about your listings, they care about what they can do in the area, the events, and the marketplace. Yes, market updates, but make it interesting. And if you don't believe me, I am watching real estate agents do market updates and then maybe show in the background what city they're in. So you can make content more interesting. That's what people want to learn about. Number five, show me what to do in the cities you work in. If I were to ask all of you this question, what could you do in your cities? What don't I know about your cities? So in La Ciudad de West Chicago, we have dual language. So I can talk about what's available in my community. Now you might say, well, Carrie, aren't we supposed to stay away from school information? It didn't say that you couldn't talk about what's available in your community. Like we have Schoolhouse Rock in the city of West Chicago, and I mean for real, for real. If you drive in West Chicago, if you go to Route 38 and if you turn right at this street, if you're traveling, let me make it real. If you're on Route 38, Roosevelt Road, and you're traveling west, as soon as you go under this viaduct, after you pass the grocery store, the Jewel, the La Hacienda, I think it's the La Hacienda, La Chiquita, one of those, as soon as you go under the viaduct, the train, if you make a right, you'll see Schoolhouse Rock. And I mean that this school is for early childhood learning, but it looks literally just like Schoolhouse Rock. And the city of West Chicago is known for dual language. We're a train hub, and we also have special programming for different types of learning. I'll say it that way because I don't know the right word. So show me about the cities you live in. And people want to know. They want to know what they can do in your communities. Did the high school basketball team win the championship? Did the football team win the championship? Did the soccer team, football, did they win the championship? Is there a certain play going on in the community you live in? We have the Polar Express that runs through the city of West Chicago. What can you talk about and share that people want to learn about? Right. So, hey, over on TikTok, when it comes to social media, Here's what's changed. You're going to have to write fast or go read my blog post. Number one, you can be monetized on a personal Facebook page now. Did you know that? So Meta got smart because you can be monetized on Instagram. So they pushed that over to your Facebook page. And if you want to learn how to do it, just click on your image when you go to your Facebook profile on your mobile device. And if you see the word monetization, you could turn it on. Guess who can't turn it on? That part. So, do you need a business page? We could argue no, but you still need a business page because Facebook's terms of agreement still say if you're going to advertise your listings, you must have anything that you don't own, you still need a business page. So, number two, people really want to watch you. Maya, one of our kids, PR, she was like, people are nosy. They just want to see what you're doing all day. Sounds crazy. Sounds crazy. Some of you know I want to see you. Now, be careful about listing marketing. So when I say people want to see what you do all day, I don't mean go into a listing and like, hey, check out, Sheena Baker's listing. And first of all, this is what you would do. You'd go to Sheena's listing and you'd be walking around. That is somebody's house. Do not go in somebody's house and start recording because you wouldn't want anybody to do that. Get it in writing, get permission. Now, I would say if it is your listing, ask the seller, can other agents come and video your property? Go to the Dollar Tree, get a picture frame and say, the seller has given you permission to market their listings, but only in the kitchen, only on the first floor, nowhere else. And then please make sure you tag me in the post. That's what I would do with my listing. Get permission, get it in writing. It's not, but if it's in writing in the property, you're good. So number three, if you are not consistent, let me go back to listing marketing. That also means new construction because there's an agent, there's a brokerage that has the exclusive rights to market that property. So please, 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 please do not go and market somebody else's listing or new construction. None of that. I'm trying to get my sister over here on TikTok. Let's get her over there. All right. So number three, if you are not consistent, someone you need to hear this. Here we go. If you're not consistent with marketing on social media, you basically start over when you start over. You're like, what? You basically start over when you start over. So what do I mean? I mean, when it comes to social media marketing, and the CEO of Instagram said it, and YouTube said it, if you are not consistent, you are starting over when you do decide to post. So what do I mean? At least at bare minimum, you have 52 weeks of content. I need you to post once a week. The best time to post per ChatGPT and all of the research is Wednesday. So if you are not consistent at all, I'm going to need you to come up with something on Canva and I need you to post every single Wednesday, at least. Now, your algorithm might tell you differently. I know I get more views on Friday because I go live on Friday. So, number four, when your audience stops engaging or not engaging, you must change your marketing efforts. So, again, my youngest, the 23-year-old, he said, Mom, you got a huge skip rate. Can you guys please, 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 if you're watching me, don't skip me. I don't care if you watch it with no sound. Don't skip me. Now, that's me selfishly asking. But here's the truth: is if you're skipping, that means either my content isn't entertaining enough, it's not what you want to see, or it's the wrong audience. And I know this because when we go viral because of Mark and I doing something silly, stupid, dumb, because I actually recorded Mark and I and the neighbor Mark, there's two Marks, doing a challenge where only women can do it, and it was hysterical. I haven't posted it yet, but when I post it, I'm going to get followers that are not looking at real estate, they're looking for entertainment. So when I get those followers, what happens is they don't engage in my real estate stuff because that's not what they came for. They came for the entertainment. So if I am creating content, I gotta always figure out how to tie it into real estate if my goal is to sell real estate. And Jonathan also told me that I can't train all of you. I gotta go educate the public. So keep watching because I have another Instagram account. And I told you, if you just joined, 180 new followers in 24 hours because we were showcasing what was happening in the community. So I know that it works. So if your audience stops engaging, you probably weren't consistent. And number two, you got to change it up. People want to be entertained or they're just nosy. Now, and I can say entertained or they like luxury or they're just so interested in your life. So there's some things you can do. Number five, social media really wants your authentic you. People want reality, real life in you. I talk to the next generation and they're not creating AI avatars. They're not creating animation. They're not making the digital version of you. They're not creating the Sora version of you. They're not creating the Meta AI. They're not creating the Grok version, GROK. If you want to really go do this, because the next generation has figured out that it needs to be you. Now, I'm going to say it again. If you're not willing to go live on social media or you're not ready to create content around you, I'm going to say go create the AI avatar. But everyone under the age of 35, and go watch TikTok because they had a creators conference, they are saying, we want your authentic you. But there's always, I'm going to say you can push the envelope because there's an R&B artist, a country music artist that went viral because they're animated. So I believe everything works. Number six, Instagram now allows 20-minute reels, trial reels, and the choice to select what you see. So I have trial reels. Some of you never see some of my reels because I'm testing a new audience. Let's see. Number seven, you don't have to post your content in the moment, but you do need to post the content. You do need to post the content. Yeah, I have a filter over here on Instagram and no filter on TikTok and no filter on YouTube. So I listen, I'm gonna tell you, I'm still using the filter. I'm using the filter because I'm, over 50, I'm over 50. Number eight, if you post outside of your niche, I just said this, you get more views. Those followers were disengaged when you post about your niche. So remember, if you are going to post content outside of your niche and you get the followers, you're going to have to figure out how to tie it into your niche. Number nine, AI isn't just a helper, it's everywhere. Full automation is coming in 2026. What did I tell you? I'm telling you what's changing in 2026 for Facebook and Instagram. Full automation is coming on Instagram and Facebook. Right, Sarah? These are necessary. The filters are necessary. And I'm like, I feel like I'm getting washed out over here on TikTok because of my lighting. I got to adjust the lighting. Number 10, short form video got saturated and attention is harder to earn. So this is where I'm going to tell all of you in 2026, when you create content once a week, when you start doing marketing when you start posting consistently in 2026, right, Sarah Ware? When you start posting consistently, I'm going to need you in your email marketing to tell people to go back to your Instagram and to watch that part. So remember, personal pages. I'm not sure about the automation on personal pages, but when it comes to personal pages on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, you can be monetized on personal pages. So they changed the game. Number 10, sure, no, number blah blah blah. Number 11, platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts exploded in content volume, but people are tired of low effort, so low value videos. So authenticity. Remember, I just said this. People want you. They don't want the AI person. I know it's so hard. I want my AI person. And I'm testing and I'm watching and I know I don't get as much engagement as if it's actually us. And I also know if Mark's in the video, I get more engagement. So authenticity and value beats any of the tricks that you can do on Instagram and on TikTok and on Facebook and on YouTube. Now, by the way, if I'm going to create an AI me, and I have an AI me, I'm going to say, go post two videos, one in Instagram trials and the other one in Instagram trials, and then open it back up to your network and see which ones get the most views, because that is what you got to test to see what works. But I can tell you there's an agent that I'm watching and it made her more consistent by creating the AI version of herself. So I'm like, you know what? If this is what's going to make you post, post. Number 12, people want deeper engagement, not just scrolling. So users are fatigued with the endless quick video reels, but it will get you more engagement. So there is a growing push for storytelling, meaningful content, human content, and longer videos and podcasts. And longer videos and podcasts. So number 13, let's see, da da da. social platforms are turning into search engines. So we know that we watch the news on X and TikTok right now and YouTube. X, TikTok, and YouTube is that's where the news is. On Instagram sometimes, but they are truly going live on TikTok to give you the news. Number 14, private communities and relationships. Oh, let me go back to my social platforms. So if you can focus on local info, especially let's say you're an agent that works in the South Loop, or you're an agent that works in Naperville or Aurora or Libertyville. If you focus on local content, like when the news launches, now let me just caution some of you. My recommendation is avoid the politics because that could harm you. But what could you focus on? Like I saw so many agents talk about, did you see the Bears are trying to go to Indianapolis or Indiana? I'm like, they're not going there. They're just trying to be in the news. But it's getting those agents um, views. So do sports cause more engagement? Yes. What's happening in your local market does it cause engagement? Yes. The new Costco coming to your city, will that cause engagement? Absolutely. So, local info, definitely, that will change your content marketing. Number 14, private communities and relationships are rising. So, groups, direct messages, because you now can have certain community groups even on Instagram. And even in the private chats. And then, so, too, anybody on Blue Sky? I'm on Blue Sky, it's like X. But the smaller, deeper communities are the ones that are gaining more traction. And then number 15, creator communities influence now have the ability to create consumers that trust you. So when they see you even in person, they've got you. So Sheena, I'm going to need you to go talk about that Costco. Notice I didn't say where, so you can go talk about it. And then number 16, I am going to say that when it comes to all content creation, you don't need any other app to create the content. So you can literally edit in Instagram directly or TikTok directly. You can edit directly in Facebook. Now, if you are someone that wants it to look a little bit different, Instagram has edits. Facebook, you can edit everything in edits and then upload it to TikTok, upload it to Instagram, upload it to Facebook. TikTok owns CapCut. So, but you don't have to pay for CapCut because you could just about do everything with templates in TikTok. There might be a little bit of a learning curve. Now, when it comes to YouTube, same thing. You can literally edit everything in the native platform. Edits doesn't cost you anything extra. It's included with Instagram. So I will tell you, I actually like editing directly in Instagram better than edits because I'm faster and I understand how it works. But sometimes when Instagram says you should edit this in edits, I'll click just to test how it works. So again, it's up to you. I actually use when I help, so I'm helping out, I'm helping out another person and I use captions for her. I'm going to tell you what I do. So for Jill Daniels, so she'll send me a video. I will download the video, upload it to captions. I download all of them and upload them all the same day so I know which order they came in. Then what I'll do is I will add the captions. Then I will literally play her video for ChatGPT. It'll transcribe it. And then I will create a slideshow post. I will create a video post and I will create descriptions. And I have a whole project for her. That is worth about $1,000 a month. I'm just saying. Okay, so now here's some specific moves for 2026. Are you ready? Here we go. Write fast or come back and read my blog post on smartgirlmedia.com under blogs. So specific moves for 2026. Are we ready? I know, Sarah, you're like, man, but Jill helps me a lot, so it's like a barter. So here's what separates agents from those who post from agents who close. Just post, close, right? So number one, stop just posting your listings. I'm not saying you shouldn't because your sellers need you to post. Your potential buyers need to see you post that you're closing deals. Because I do know when people see that you're closing, it causes your network to want to work with you. But nobody just cares about your listings unless it solves a problem. So people care about why it matters. What problem are you solving? So rewrite your listing content as educational stories. I got so much more engagement. Do I get the award? I got so much more engagement on LinkedIn when I created a blog post about a potential investment property in the city of West Chicago than just posting content. So I told the story. Number two. Oh wait, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, and also rewrite your listing content to include what the neighborhood trends are. So now if you are going to create content and you're going to talk about the school districts, I'm not going to give you school scores, but I will go say that I reached out to the school district, I went on their website, and did you know that this school offers dual language, that they have an early learning program, that they have some really great fun events all year long. So you could post about that. So rewrite the story to tell the story, not just the listing. Talk about why, someone might want to be here. Number two, become the local expert in search. Create searchable content. So a good example would be, how much do homes really cost in Carol Stream in 2026? You could talk about property tax breakdowns. Now, I'm going to caution you on what you don't know, but you could team up with someone that's a tax expert and interview them. And right, people are typing. Some of you need to go to that website that says answerthepublic.com to find out what the public is searching for, but you could literally use ChatGPT. But I believe the most recent content in ChatGPT is June 2024. So you might have to go and um and go research and then put it into ChatGPT. Or you can ask ChatGPT to go search the World Wide Web right now. Number three, use AI to serve email and text follow-ups, not just post captions. So, I mean, there are tools that you can use to automate your social media, but or your with AI. But I'm going to say I need you to start using social media before you go to full automation. Number four, build exclusive communities, private Facebook groups, private communities on Instagram. Figure out how you can make your content exclusive for certain people. Number five, leverage micro influencers. Not the kid with the cat videos, maybe, maybe. But I just told my daughter to start creating videos for her pet. So local businesses, lenders. Now you could go and find the pet store. Cause listen, Sheena, if I would leverage where your dog gets groomed, like, because that's all about the community. It's the communities we live in, and people literally want to see what they can do. Like, I want to move to this area because of whatever. So local businesses, lifestyle creators, you are everybody's a content creator when it comes to social media. Whether you believe it or not, if you are a real estate agent, you got to be a content creator. If you're a loan officer, you got to be a content creator. If you own a pizza restaurant, you have to be a content creator. If you are an educator, you must be a content creator. Right, Mina? If you're in data and research, you have to be a content creator in order to create a new following, because if you pivot and you want to do something else, you don't have any content. I feel like this retreat's going to be hard, Sheena and Sarah. I'm gonna get beat up. Number five, number six, be consistent on one platform first before you pivot. And it is not my fault, y'all, because I've been told it's my fault when some people go start creating content that they shouldn't be creating. Trust and believe it's not my fault. It's not my fault. But if you guys go out here and decide that you want to stand in the mirror and start combing your hair and putting on makeup, that's you. That's not me. That's all on you. I didn't tell you to do that. Okay. So one platform first. Stop being everywhere. Pick one that grabs the attention and align it with your brand. That part. Although, Sheena, I truly believe that you could go out and talk about getting ready for the day because you have a really cute closet. Not that any of us have seen your closet when you built new construction, but I feel like that's what people want to see. Oh, I could do that with my closet. Or, oh, so that's how you get ready for the day. Set your tripod up, do a time lapse. You know, I feel like people want to see all of it. Maybe not all of it. I think you know what I mean. Okay, so here's the bottom line. And if any of you have questions over on Instagram or TikTok, type them in the feed. I don't have my glasses on yet, so I haven't seen any of them. So thank you so much for all of the hearts over on TikTok. Mina, help me out. Help me out. Let me get to 1,000 hearts. So here's the bottom line. In 2026, you won't be rewarded by random posts or hacks. You got to do the work, right? Even when you got to do the work. So You will be rewarded when it comes to strategic content tied to search questions and your niche. And if you can't figure it out, I am going to say this: post once a week on Wednesdays. If you're not consistent with posting, all your social media platforms have to start over with the algorithm. So at least post once a week on Instagram. So Sheena, I'm coming over. I'll see you in a couple, and I'll see you in a week and a half. I'm coming over. We're gonna start doing this content. So strategic content, and by the way, even though I'm telling you this, for those of you that feel like you're being fed with a fire hose and you want to hyperventilate, get over yourself. Post the content because you can always go back and adjust. And I see Tiffany has just joined TikTok, and I am watching all of Tiffany's content because the content she's posting is stuff we don't see here in Illinois. It is all the stuff we see that she's posting in Ohio. We're like, every time she makes posts, I'm like all in because it's different real estate. So if you're consistent with the post and it ties into your brand, you're going to get more engagement. But again, I'm going to say post every single Wednesday, period, period, period. Take a deep breath. You can't mess this up. And if you're like, I don't want people to see me like this, let's look at this filter on Instagram. I don't have a filter on TikTok. So, number two, consistent community building. You have to be consistent with your marketing. Consistency wins. And Sheena and I just had a talk about this. If you're not consistent, people will end up with another real estate agent and they're like, "Oh, well such and such called me. I just bought with them." Why? Because you weren't consistent and you didn't follow up. Number three, real authority, real authenticity, not just the pretty stuff. Although I know agents that have blown up with the professional photos, but you got to figure out how to tie it into real estate. If you don't have anything to post and you like to go to TJ Maxx, go to TJ Maxx every Wednesday and go create a video on the five things you would use in a bedroom to give it a new look before you put your home on the market. Next week, go to the furniture section, five things you need to update your closet. Go to Home Depot and say, here, the one thing you need to start decluttering, and then just hold up construction bags. Get rid of it. Like I feel like I'd be a great content marketing coach. Number four, AI. Use it to amplify your voice, but not replace it. Use it to amplify your voice, but not replace it. Mina and I were having a conversation around this kid that made a post that told his teacher, "There are now. Don't judge me because I'm gonna say it better. I'll say it the way this kid said it, and then I'll say it differently." This kid said there are two types of AI users: the dumb student and the smart student. And I was like, "Ooh, that's rough." But the teacher said it, so I'm gonna say there are two types of AI users in real estate: the real estate agent that just goes on to AI and just posts whatever they get. And then I'm going to say there's going to be the smart real estate agent user that takes what they want and uses AI to amplify everything they already know or what they want to learn and they make it their own. So use AI to help you, but don't use AI exclusively because what if AI got shut down for a year because something crazy happened? Hey, join my fan club over on TikTok. So if you do that, real leads stop being hopeful guesses. Because I told you at the beginning, I'm watching because I went and looked up the numbers. Agents that are posting authentic content, talking about the community, talking about what they can do, talking about market data, talking about the reasons to move to a community, talking about all of it instead of just their listings, they're closing deals. Because there's a few agents, I never see them post about their closings, but I only see them post about what you can do in the community. Well over 50,000 followers. One has well over 300,000 followers. And I looked up their numbers on Realtor.com Pro, and they're closing deals. So, again, if you do that, you'll get real leads and you can convert. Now, I'm going to tell you, you still have to get up, get dressed, have your checklist of what you're going to do Monday through Friday. Number two, you're going to have to follow up. Number three, you're going to have to ask for the business. So, I'll come back and give you some more updates because, you know, Sheena and I are we're coming, we're gonna do some live talks and maybe some impromptu podcast updates because I am clear that what she knows, I don't think of and what I know she might not be thinking of. But I also know that some of you need to know that you can actually sell real estate, even if you're dual career, but you might have to pivot a little bit. So, any questions over on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok? Let me know in the feed. Tell me.